Hi everyone, it's Denise here. I just wanted to pop in quickly before you watch the video that just please excuse my creaky little voice. I have asthma and the air quality around my house at the moment is not real flash. I'm wearing a mask when I go outside, but even sitting inside it still affects me, so please excuse the croaky voice and the shortness of breath at times, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm okay. But yeah, just send our hearts and thoughts out to those that are in the bushfire affected areas at this moment at time around the country. Anyway, on to today's video. Bye. Hi everyone, it's Denise here. I just wanted to run through something that I think is becoming a bit of a thing in the planner world. I've seen a few people use it of late, and I thought I'd go through just a sample of how you can use this new item to the planner world. It's not a new item by any stretch. Anyone that's over the age of 20, 30 will know what a roller date stamp is. They were used on bank books and library cards and all that sort of stuff before computers sort of took over the world. But I've noticed that there are a few people using this in their planners every day. I've noticed Kylie, my friend, she's using one for her undated TN, and I've noticed Cindy from Llama's Love Lettering date stamp in her bullet journal as well. So I'm quite sure these are being used widely in the bullet journal community, but not so in the sort of more standard planners, because everything usually has dates. But there's also a trend of heading towards using a plain dot grid page, like Desley from Desley Jane Plans. She uses a blank page to create our own. We're sort of stepping away from the box planner system. So I just thought I'd go through. Now, I went digging through my stash. I thought I had 2 of these until Tom reminded me that I threw one out because it was falling apart. But this one I have had for ages, and it has been used but not much, and the inks I was using it on cleaned off the stamp really nicely. So this is the Amy Tangerine one, and these were created for sort of project life, memory keeping type of things. And on the side here you can see that it's got little sayings, and then it's got the month, the date and the year. So it's all back to front and upside down. So we've got January 15, 2020, and also this just says remember with a little flower on it. So you just, for those that haven't seen them, you just twist them around, and you can get ones going right back to 2007. I've just had a look around online, but this one goes right up to 2023, so I've got a little bit of time left. So I've just grabbed some distress, not focusing, sorry, just grabbed some Distress Oxide ink, some Memento Tuxedo Black, and some archival ink, just to show different ways that they stamp. Actually, I shall go grab a pigment stamp, which I know is, or a pigment ink, which is right over here. So I'll get a black, and this plum colour, and that one. Oh, I'm glad I had those close by. So we'll test all these, and then what I've done, I've got the Kiki K nice new thick paper from the B6 insert. I've got that. I've got some regular 100 GSM copy paper, and I've actually grabbed a scrap of my premium matte sticker paper to try, because that's where I want to use it in my planner. So I'll use the same one, and we'll just stamp down the page. So we'll do the sticker paper first. Let me write on that. Premium matte. Ugh, that pen doesn't like that paper. So, oh, and I've got my stamp cleaner. Now this is something I've just made up. It's one of the old Huggies travel wallets for baby wipes. I picked up a heap of these off eBay a while ago, so I love these. So this has just got some stamp cleaner in it, and it's got a couple of different surfaces to clean off some stamps, so we'll use that as well. So we'll just pop that there, and then we've got our baby wipes, which are a little dry, but they will work. Okay, so let me just get organised and put the paper up here. So premium matte, so with this Avery L pigment ink. Now we'll go through the different types of inks while we're at it. So with pigment ink, you just need to pounce it on top a little bit, and then, I'm sorry I'm left-handed, but I'll just go and stamp them out, and then we'll go through it. So as far as using inks in your planners, pigment ink's probably the best one to use, because pigment ink it sits on top of the paper rather than sinking into the paper. So and it usually cleans up quite good. So that was that one. Then we'll use the purple one. And if you've got a little ink cube like this, you just need to hold on to it like that. Make sure it's fully inked. These are stamping really nicely. Now this one here, it's stamped a little off, but I quite like that. But you can easily just sort of push that back together. Alright, so that's the purple. We'll try the black. Oh, now these little dewdrops you can pick up from craft stores and Spotlight and all that. So you just gently dab that one on. I think this one's a little dry. Oh, that'll do. But still nice and crisp. These are, that black one in particular, it's quite a few years old. So yeah, but look at that, just comes up brilliantly clean. And then just get rid of some of the moisture, because the will affect. So pigment inks are really good because they sit on top of your paper, so they won't bleed through. I'll show you this more when we do the other papers. But this is a dye ink that has potential to go through it, but it's a good overall one. So it gives us a really bold black one. And give it a clean. Dry it off a little bit. And this is the Ranger Archival ink. This is a more permanent one, and it's acid-free, permanent and waterproof, so you can use this one for watercolouring. This Memento one you can use for when you do alcohol markers like Copics and stuff like that. So we just pop that down there. Once again, nice crisp image. Clean that off again. Now the archival ink stains, as does the Memento a little bit, so that's okay, because if I stamp down here, you can still see a little bit of ink, but it stamps off fine. And because we're going black to black, it doesn't matter either. And this one, the Distress Oxides, now it's a bit of a blend of inks. It's got a water reactive dye and a pigment ink fusion. So it's good for blending and stamping. So, and oh, this Hickory Smoke colour I have just fell in love with. Oops, I'm bouncing the camera around here. And okay, so this is the premium matte paper. So this is my sticker paper. So you can see the green's a bit hard to see in this light, but all the others, the paper's taken the ink really well. This is this Memento. That is awesome. And there's no smudging whatsoever. Even with that last one. Because this paper is designed to absorb ink. So, yes. Alright, so that's that one. So this is just... grab a different pen. Regular copy paper. 100 GSM. Alrighty, so we'll do the same. So we'll go back to front. We'll do ink oxide. Clean that off. Archival. Oops. Archival. Clean that off. Memento. The dewdrop. Oh. And just line this up a little bit. Yeah, I think this one's dying a slow death. But that's okay. These are nice and cheap. And then we've cleaned this off. Dry it off. It's getting quite dirty now, but that's okay. Pigment ink with the little dewdrops. I think I over gunked that. I think I overdid that one. This one's a bit juicy. I'll try again. Just gently tap that on. That's a bit better. Yeah, I think I got a bit overexcited with that one. Try that off. And the lemongrass pigment ink at the end. Okay, so this is the regular copy paper one. Oops. So this one is nice and clear. The other pigment ink is good. Now the pigment inks aren't quite dry because they naturally take longer. That one, dry ink pad, but all the rest of these are pretty clear. So it's just a regular copy paper. And then on, this is the B6, oops. This is the B6 insert. So what I'll actually do is I'll turn this around so it's blank, and that you won't actually catch that. And I'm just going to put the same date in each of these boxes in the different colours. So, and also we can just ink up this much on this ink pad as well. So it should fit if we line it up. It does fit, I'm just off a little bit, so. Yeah. Ugh, ink everywhere. I need another baby wipe. So that's the lemongrass. I'll do the perfect plumeria, I think it's called. So this one will go. That's a bit better. So that it fits in there, and I like how they're a bit kitty wampus. It's a bit weird, but we can always line them up. Again, I'm going to, we'll see if I can get this one going. Again, push it right in. Yep, another good one. And then the memento. Once again, just selectively stamping. Apart from my poor accuracy, I think that, yep, so that's not too bad. Archival, flip the page. That's a nice crisp one. And then last but not least, hickory smoke. So move that over a little bit. So as you're inking up, they will move a little bit, but not much. And also rocking it a little bit helps you get a good impression as well. So just going through these, that hickory smoke's a nice one, and I finally got it in between the lines. So all of these, you do really well, and so it doesn't really matter what. See, this is the pigment ink. Oops, there we go. This is the pigment ink. It takes forever to dry, but that's okay. Ugh. That's what stamp cleaner's for. It gets rid of all that. But the pigment ink on here, because this is the, I'll zoom back out a bit, because this is the sticker paper, it's designed to absorb ink, so there won't be any sort of smudging on that. So any of my premium matte stickers, it will stick on okay. Let me, find some clear stuff. I think this is clear. Yeah, this is the, oops, sorry, this is the clear stuff as well. Which side is it? Now I'm only going to do the archival ink and the memento on this one. So this is the archival. And that works. I'll hold these up closer in a minute. And then this is the memento. So let's have a nice close look. The memento's bleeding just a little bit, but the archival on my clear sticker paper is really good. So that's good to know. So yeah, this one's just bleeding because, you know, it's doing what sticker papers are designed for, and that's to absorb ink. So on the clear paper and the white paper, the archival ink, so this one here, is crisp and clean. It's fabulous. So yeah, so this, it's just bleeding out. So there you go, there's a bit of comparison on a few different types, and yeah, just a bit of an introduction to date stamps if you haven't seen them, or you know, have seen people using them and not quite sure what's going on. So there you go. I'm going to go clean up all my mess, and I shall catch you around. Bye.